are going to review how to set up your squat rack and a little bit of technique for your squat form. So first and foremost, you want to make sure that the bar is set to a good height where it's not too low where you're having a hard time putting the weight back, and it's not too high where you're having a hard time getting the weight off the rack, okay? So you want it to be right kind of underneath your shoulder height. And then when you step underneath the bar, you want to make sure that it is resting on the shelf of your back and not on your neck bone. Okay, so we don't want to be too high here on your neck bone where you're putting too much pressure on your spine, and it's better to have it a little bit lower, more towards your shoulder blades and that shelf of your back. Okay, typically I would face the wall and step backwards, but for the sake of the demo, I'm gonna face y'all so you can hear me speak. So I'm gonna come underneath the bar, make sure that I'm even and right in the center. Then I'll come off the rack and take one step forward so I don't bump into the rack. I'm gonna make sure that my feet are nice and set. Take a big deep breath in. I'm gonna come down into my squat, holding that breath, and then exhale as I stand back up. So big breath in, squat down, and then exhale, stand. So a couple little tips. When you're coming back out of your squat, you want to make sure that you're not letting your chest fall too forward and your butt come up first, right? So when I'm coming back up, I want to think butt down, chest up, so that I'm not putting too much pressure on my low back as I'm coming out of it. So goal is to keep the chest nice and proud the whole time. And then you also want to think about driving your knees away from each other just a little bit. And that is more so that your knees don't cave in towards each other. Okay, so rather than knees coming together like this and you're losing that stability through your knees, you want to drive your knees away from each other a little bit and come up with that stability, okay? And then of course, when you're done with your squats, you're gonna walk all the way back to the rack, put the bar down like I just did. And that's it, y'all. So I hope that was helpful, and I hope that you're not too intimidated by using the squat rack after this video.